We love to watch movies, be they funny or witty, or extravagantly awful and just downright shitty. Join Lurch and the Sasquatch as we watch all the worst ones, from rampaging ninjas to midgets with handguns. So barricade your castle and lock down your cottage, and prepare for the attack of the vampire sausage.
Hello there, folks, and welcome to what I believe now is episode 5, the returning of the Attack of the Vampire Sausage, the best podcast you can go to for grown men speaking shit about shit. I am joined tonight, of course, by my usual co-host, Mr. Lurch Monster. Lurch Monster, it's been a while. How the hell are you doing, pal?
I'm here to speak shit about shit, and I'm all out of shit.
Oh, wonderful. That's a bit of a Duke Nukem reference there.
Oh, it was a They Live reference.
Oh, They Live, of course, yes. Speaking of shit movies, I don't know if you guys know, of course, we are recording this on Google Hangouts, so it will be available on our YouTube channel eventually. Currently on my personal channel. However, I'm looking at the camera of my eyes, and they're a little bit kind of bleary, and I'll tell you why shortly. Of course, we are also joined tonight by one of our good friends, Mr. Crunchy Baglin. Crunchy Baglin, how are you doing, pal?
See, anytime you mention the word sausage, I'm going to come running like a tramp on chits because I want to get fed.
Good man. Of course, Baglin, for those listeners out there who don't know who you are, give us a little bit of information about yourself. Who are you, what do you do, and where do you come from? It's like a game show.
I know. I feel like the price is wrong. The fucking wrong ones.
Exactly.
From Gloucestershire, 31, met up with these bastards about 3, maybe 4 years ago now. Regretted it ever since. They've just put me through the fucking ringer every single time. I'm pretty much the unwanted cousin of the DHB now.
Yes.
If Tatty had his way, I would be nicknamed Butlins because practically I'm a redcoat.
I think he means more of a red shirt from Star Trek, to be fair, because we all want to kill you. Is that?
That's why I'm wearing one.
So, Baglin, of course, we've invited you on the show because we've had a wee powwow. Of course, Lurchy, we've been off air for a while here with the Vampire Sausage, and we're now getting going again. We're now going to re-hit our stride. However, we are going to slightly broaden the horizon of the sausage. Lurchy, what do you think?
I think we should make the sausage bigger and better.
Bigger and better, because, our last show, of course, featured, or had a guest on, of course, of Chris Mack, and went down to some kind of favourable reviews. And then, of course, we've had our long summer break, where we have done Sweet FA, personally. But it's nice to have a wee guest on, a bit of a difference of opinion occasionally on the old sausage, and hence why, of course, we've invited on Mr. Crunchy Baglin. Crunchy Baglin, you are a man that I know of that's a bit of a gaming ninja, that any game I have that involves multiplayer, or involves like a kind of friends leaderboard, you seem to fucking wing ahead of everyone else, and at times it can nip my shit.
Wow, there is a couple of occasions that we can talk about, most namely the Sonic incident.
Yes, the Sonic incident. Of course, we, back with was it Sonic Race, All-Stars Racing it was, and there was one particular course where we probably spent, grown men spending hours a day to try and get the best lap time in this particular course. So much so that we even both went away and we're looking at YouTube videos of ways to get the high score and the best lap time and how to cut corners and the best part to drift on, and really pathetic behaviour for men who should really know better.
Yeah, but then we're old enough to know better and young enough just not to care. Because at the end of the day, we got nothing better to do with our lives, quite frankly, other than impregnate women and get married.
That's why we're all sitting here in our lonely bedrooms speaking on the internet in a podcast.
Yes, pretty much, and
nothing better to do with our lives. Of course, Baglin, you are again a big gaming fan, a big movie fan, of course, as well, which suits him well with the Vampire Sausage ethos. And of course, with Lurch Monster, Lurch Monster is the man for not only for the classic and fucking terrible movies, but also for the classic games. Lurchy, I believe, obviously we've seen a few of your videos you've made, online of you playing games badly and swearing lots.
I'm playing them to the best of my ability.
Do we have any more plans to make any more gorgeous videos?
There's maybe another 3 in the pipeline, but Sonic's a good segue
Right.
because I got sent a Sonic game a couple of months ago, about a month ago. The worst fucking Sonic game I have ever played in my life.
I wanted to ask you about this because didn't you release a video of you playing this, and it just seemed to be the most fucked up thing I've seen in my days. It's one of these. I mean, is it a fan-made kind of interpretation, or what's it all about?
Well, legend has it, apparently it was found in someone's loft,
Right. Okay.
and it consumed this person's soul. A bit like the plot to Hellraiser, really. But, oh no, I think it's a homebrew kind of game, but it's just fucking terrible.
Oh.
It's so difficult, and it's so fucking frustrating.
Right.
I'm losing my shit just speaking about it.
It's
Because
probably a good thing you have no soul anyway, Lewis, so you're
Oh,
alright.
well, this is it.
the thing
Fucking
that
no soul, nae hoose, nae bird, nae nothing. Fucking living with me ma. Fuck, I'm just like the rest of yous now. Part of the club, living with me. Sorry, I'm shouting ma. Again, I'll keep it doing. Fucking hell.
of course, of course. Well, I was gonna remain silent about what you're doing, but you're back home living with your mother.
Yes.
I mean, that must be. I know myself.
Shit. Fucking shit. I was hanging up curtains 5 minutes ago. I didn't want to get creases in them after I washed them.
It wasn't your mum's beef curtains, was it?
Oh, no, but I think she was with me at my fucking hand door last Sunday.
Oh no! Come on now.
I'm sleeping on a settee.
This is a family
Sunday
show.
night. I'm sleeping on a settee. It's Sunday night. I've been watching a film. My mum comes home and she's sat in the settee next to me till 1 in the fucking morning.
Oh no!
I'm gonna get up and work in 5 minutes. Any chance you can fuck off? I need to sleep. I'm putting it nicely. Of course, I'll give you housekeeping money.
There's nothing worse.
I'll have ham sandwiches for my dinner tomorrow, please.
There's no worse hell I could think of. I mean, certainly for me personally, my mother's a glorious dick, and if I had to move back in with her, it would last maybe at the most, I'm going to say 3 or 4 days before one of us drove something blunt or sharp through the other one's head. I mean, I do love her, I do love her, but I also can't be around her too much, Allergy, I mean, of course, we don't want to go into too much detail here, but you have, of course, left your previous abode, you've left the messes and stuff, and, and you're now kind of back home with your mother, living a sultry lifestyle, hand shandies and late night fucking, late night Jimmy Kill repeats. I'm not saying it's a bad life by any means, Lurchy Birchbeat's face, but certainly it's not an ideal life for you.
It's not the best life, I'm going to tell you that. Fucking shit. I can't even get a fucking TV signal.
Can you not?
I come here with... Oh, right. Fuck the vampire sausage. This is DSB now.
Right.
Right. I came back here about fucking 4 weeks ago because I'm a bit fucked up in the head. Right.
Right. Okay.
I'm back on the loop jobs.
Back
I need
on
my
the loop.
solitude. Oh, I'm back on stronger ones now.
For those of you, of course, who are vampire sausage listeners who haven't heard our other show, the DHB, you were for a while taking medication because you're fucking wrong in the head. And
I'm a
then
depressed cunt.
now see, and the Rubes as well told me this too, because she back in the day was mental too and had these fucking loop job things where you do kind of after a few weeks at this point you think, oh, I feel better now, and a lot of folks stop taking them then, and that's the worst thing you can do simply because when you relapse you go to shit. So when you were suddenly saying, oh no, totally cured, I've been looking at boobs and I'm having a few years, I'm totally cured now, we all knew there was a crash coming.
Yeah. Well, you see, the thing is, I stopped taking them because I couldn't get tickly bits. It's happened again.
Oh no.
Oh, fucking frustrating. The shingles was nearly rattling off the roof. I was near smoking. Bear Grylls would have been impressed with this fire I was trying to start. Oh my god. So,
It's like the old thing where people, where scientists spend thousands of pounds trying to figure out why the male penis has like that kind of ridged helmet at the end, until they finally figure out it stops you from punching someone in the face. When you're just it's a good handy ridge there. So you've been starting fires, but then again though, living back with mum.
oh, she's only here like fucking a night a week.
Oh, that's handy.
And I think that's just to collect the fucking rent.
Do you not? I mean, do you not worry in case you are, maybe you're in the bedroom for you living room, of course,
Yeah.
and you're
Cheers.
watching
Thanks for
watching about your
remembering.
specialist TV, and in walks Mama, Lurch Purgy, and sees you with a fistful of fucking man meat.
Well,
in Babe Station.
wouldn't be the first time. That would be the last.
I still
Well, I-
story about Mama Lurch finding your extensive bag of sexual toys, which was a cracker, but
She found an extensive bag of my fucking adult art magazines and ripped them up.
oh, that's right, yes.
I know I was going to fucking tape them back together, and she threw them in the bin. Under the kitchen, under the bathroom scales, always the best place.
On the scales, okay.
She wasn't going to notice them, even though it was this big off the floor.
Did she ever catch you in the act?
So maybe.
Oh.
You pile furniture against the door. People still insist on coming in.
Oh no.
Make it clear. Fucking sock on the door handle. Could you not understand?
Oh,
It's not
no.
code.
Oh, that's where
Yeah.
I went wrong then. Fucking hell.
So I imagine
I fucking come back here like 4 weeks ago. I'm faced with a room full of snakes.
oh right.
Because my brother's been using the house as a snake storage fucking pen.
Oh, I thought you were on about women. Nothing else.
Oh, well, yeah.
Don't get him
That's a
started.
fucking
Back
story.
He's in a bad
Fuck's
place.
sake.
Play the music. Play the music.
Buttons.
Quick slip. So, I comes back here, faced with snakes. So I thought, for fuck's sake, it's like 7:30 at night. I tried to watch a TV. TV didn't work. I tried to go on the internet. I'd run out of data. So I just went to my fucking bed.
Oh.
Fucking 7:30 at night. I'm a grown man, sleeping at fucking 7:30 at night. Then,
That's-
on you go, sir. On you go.
No, I'm just gonna say. I mean, for me, I'm normally in bed by. Well, I say normally. But if I'm working a day shift, I'll be in bed by 8, half 8, and that feels wrong as a grown man having to go to bed at that time. But for being, because you're so bored, you have to go to bed at 7. That's brutal.
That's shit. You ever tried to go to sleep while you're hungry?
I mean, you must still have like an extensive collection of pornography there, or video games, perhaps that evil Sonic game we mentioned.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
No, absolutely sweet fuck all.
Have you not moved all the the digital goodness from the
No.
old place to the new place yet?
No, I have moved the laptop, and that was a couple of weeks ago. That's about it.
Oh no.
You're not even taking a couple of lugouts to sneak up your asshole for that extra special night.
No, they've been thrown in the bin.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I know.
Unbelievable.
Oh, fucking. A couple of nights later, I thought, well, I better wash my smalls because I'll need them because I've only got like 2 pairs that I was able to put in my little. I was only able to put in my gingham fucking handkerchief tied to my stick. So I put them in the washing machine.
Was
Right.
the Sam Hope music playing as you were walking out the door?
Pretty much.
Dun, 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 dun.
So I goes to wash my smalls in the washing machine that hasn't been used in 4 years.
Right.
The washing machine fucking exploded.
Oh,
So I
shit.
went to my fucking bed again.
Oh no. Oh no. So you've had to come home to a house with a blown up washing machine and a room full of snakes.
Pretty much, it's fucking shit. My life sucks.
And you've been to bed more than you've been to work, and you haven't even used it for fucking sexy times.
It's not even a bed. It's a fucking settee, and I stick to it because it's fucking roasting.
Do you not worry that the snakes? I mean, for me personally, I'm not a big snake fan. I'm not as bad as I used to be, but certainly I'd be worried in case snakes escaped.
Well,
Funny story.
funny story.
Oh.
These fuckers were in some kind of like draconian fucking cupboard, right?
Right.
With no lids.
With no
So-
lids.
No lids. So, Mr. fucking snake owner decides to come over one night and sort of rub it in my face that he's got like a TV that works and a fucking washing machine that works and a comfy bed.
I thought you were
On-
on about rubbing his snake in your face.
Oh, fuck it. If it would get my bed, here's me. So, this fucker, he's rehousing his snakes because he bought a... The snakes are fucking better kept than me. So, yeah. He goes, oh, fuck. I goes, listen, that's a word I'm getting pretty fucking sick of hearing. What does oh, fuck mean? He goes, well, don't panic, but...
Oh no.
there's a snake missing. I think you're in a fucking. I wanted to go to my bed. Oh, so.
The last thing you want to hear when there's snakes in a home is someone saying, "Don't panic."
Well, exactly. Don't panic. There's a fucking snake missing. So for a fucking week, I could barely sleep. With the fucking fear of waking up with Ka sitting on my fucking chest telling me to trust in him and his fucking eyes going a fucking witchy way. So, I'm like tidying up, I'm like getting rid of fucking moths. Honestly, the house is like Buffalo fucking Bill from Silence of the Lambs. The amount of butterflies and moths that's in this fucking house is doing my tits in. So, how the fuck they get in, I don't know. I'm sweeping away all these moths, and all of a sudden I hear this fucking shit tearing up fucking wires on the floor. It's the fucking snake slithering across the living room fucking floor. I fucking shit myself, teen off up the stairs, grabbed a fucking pillowcase and came back down, threw it over the snake, and I thought, that'll do.
Oh no! I'd be at a window.
I was fucking shit myself. Well, the snake was nearly out a window. I thought, right, I better pick his cunt up because he'll be hungry and cold. So I went to pick him up, and the fucker went for me. So, I nearly went out the fucking window there. Little
What kind of snake?
Oh, it's a fucking, it's like an albino fucking cunt snake. So,
Okay.
I threw him in his box and fucking shut the door and fucking, I went to my bed, I was that stressed, because there's nothing else to fucking do.
Fucking hell.
So how they fucking devenomized?
Oh, I said, why? Well, fuck him, he never got fucking stood on. I was looking for a fucking shovel to cut it in half. Fuck him.
So now, I mean, of course, all these snakes are allegedly safe in a cupboard with no lids, which sounds wonderfully fucking safe.
Oh, yeah.
And so you're in a place now where you have no actual bed, you're on a sofa, with snakes, with
snakes.
2 pairs of pants, with a laptop, with a poorly functioning TV, and a mother who judges you masturbating.
Yeah, my life's pretty awesome just now, isn't it?
See, I mean, here you are a well-respected entrepreneur.
I'm a goddamn fucking baron. I own land.
Be a square foot like my lairdship, of course. But
Can I make a suggestion?
What's that, sir?
I say we start making the official fundraising charity for Perchy now, called fucking Butcher Relief.
Please.
Your relief. Let's start a new vampire sausage campaign. You know what? We'll look at like one of these kind of clickbait things where for every 10 likes we get in our Facebook page, we'll send Lurchy a food parcel. You know?
Oh, don't get me started on food.
Oh no.
Fucking oven trips out the breakers.
Right.
I tried to cook bacon, and it tripped out the fucking circuit breakers.
Oh, sweet.
A man cannot have bacon. I was close to the edge, boys, again.
I don't blame you. I mean, here you are in a home infested by reptiles and death and no internet properly as well, I imagine. And, you know, you're not even able to make bacon.
I can't even make bacon. I tell you, see if I had a sharp knife, I would take the fucking washing line off of Whirly.
Why would you wait to use a washing line? Use the fucking knife.
Oh, God. If I had a sharp knife. I ain't even got a sharp knife.
Butcher, man. You got loads of fucking sharp knives. You should even know how to cut yourself up to make a fine fillet.
I can't take them on the bus. I've got to get the bus as well.
Oh, no.
Fucking bus wanker.
Of
To
course.
be fair, I've said Aberdeen. I can understand why you'd take a knife on a bus.
You're no longer getting picked up and placed, are you now?
Nope, I'm a fuck.
What about your
Fucking
apprentice
sucks.
course? I mean, you do have a kind of Saturday boy who comes in to help you the weekends there. I mean, surely he could, pick and place you perhaps.
Well, he comes and gets me on a Saturday, but the sort of only place in the home where I had fucking like a bit of like a respite was the toilet. He come in the first Saturday, he picked me up to have a shit, broke the lavy seat.
No, he did not. He broke your shitter seat in your home.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Was he sampling the produce? Was he?
I think he was biting the fucker or something. I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
I mean, not to pour scorn upon your good self, Lord Portuguese, but I mean, it seems to be that anybody you've had working for you, in any capacity, shop or else as well, has then gone on to absolutely destroy any kind of, shitty receptacle you have.
Pretty much every bit of happiness to fucking ruin.
The question is, did he take a selfie afterwards?
Oh, probably.
Probably.
In your fucking Hawaiian shirts.
So,
There you go.
Oh, I've thrown out the bin. I'm not feeling happy anymore. Fuck the Hawaiian shirts. They don't work.
Oh wow. So Lurgy, I mean, of course, like you said, you've had a bit of a relapse, a bit of a bad time there, you know, where things kind of fell on its arse. You've now found yourself in a new situation, a new home, a new life, and everything else with internets or bacon or business cakes.
Just for fuck all, really.
Are you? You see, you're now on like stronger loop jobs. Are you starting to feel a bit more of yourself, or what's happening?
I'm a fuck. I laugh and I should be crying now, so I don't know.
It's got
I
a
used to
great
just sit
suggestion.
home in the city at like 7:45 at night because the sun was still up and I couldn't sleep. Now I laugh.
Oh, gee.
Now I lie in the city and giggle. Giggle the night away.
I think you should adopt him. Put him in the shed for a bit.
Are you
Free to
mad?
good home.
He's got 9. Behave yourself. Fucking hell.
Hashtag adopt a Baron.
I don't want to be woken up at 2, 3 in the morning by the sound of him, his massive head snoring or sobbing. Can you imagine? I mean, look at the cranium on that boy. That'll resonate.
Scott, it will be practice for when your missus gives birth.
You know when you ring Big Bell, Big Bell,
Big Bell.
You know when you ring Big Ben and the sound just boom, everything's vibrating and there's people screaming. Well, that's kind of imagine how it'd be like if he was snoring. Look at the shape of that head.
That's what it's like every time I drop a turd in the bog. Boom.
You'd hear it when I cry, boys.
Oh no! Oh no!
I do, it gets me off.
Why did it go so wrong?
Nobody loves me. Oh no! So Lurch, listen, I've got an idea for you. Of course, because you do still have your digital media in another place. You haven't moved everything across yet properly. You haven't got your games properly. You haven't got your movies properly, which I know is a big thing for you because you are a huge kind of movie buff.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of a thing called Plex? Software called Plex.
Does it involve internet?
Yes, it does.
Well, I'm fucked.
Oh, for the Let's see. Well,
I have not heard of Plex. What is Plex?
Well, here's the thing. You see, I've been dabbling in the world of Plex recently. It was put onto me by Stevosaurus, one of the hosts from our other show, and essentially what it is you pay. I think you pay like a yearly fee or you pay a monthly fee. Monthly fee is about £4 per month roughly, and you get this app that you can then install onto your desktop or your phone or your tablet or whatever device you have that's kind of media based. And if you have friends, and essentially what it is, it lets you stream media from your server, from your PC or whatever else as well, to whatever device you. I mean, for example, say you had the full series of Game of Thrones, and you wanted to watch it on your phone, you could do so with Plex. So as long as your PC was on, it'll stream that media through your Plex software to your phone. Now, any friends you have, if they have servers themselves and they add you as a friend, you can also browse their media. So I've got a couple of friends, Steve, for example, who have got dedicated servers full of good stuff. Now I'm talking movies, current movies, old movies, classics, TV series that are new and old and blah blah. Not Steve, but other servers are a bit illegal. But Steve's is legitimate, allegedly. There's things on there that I've now cancelled. My cable TV. I've got Freeview TV, which I never even use anymore because
I've got more than I fucking have.
Well,
Just rub it in.
I've got
Not much you can cancel it.
I've cancelled my council TV to watch. I don't even use that anymore. Sorry, because I'm using Plex. I'm using Plex and I'm using Netflix, and I'm losing days of my life for this stuff because with Plex especially. For example, the latest film out, Jurassic World. Have you guys seen that film yet at all? I imagine Baglan you have.
No.
It doesn't appeal to me.
No,
Well-
honestly, neither do I. It doesn't appeal to me either.
Oh, really?
No.
I went into the pictures to see Jurassic Park when I was a kid,
Yes.
and I remember seeing the sequel when I was a child in the pictures, the ABC, and it's now the Lighthouse, or it's now View. I remember going to see that, but I never fucking liked them.
Oh, right, okay. Because, like you said there, with the release of Jurassic World, I thought I'll go back and I'll watch the original trilogy just to get myself, up to speed again, what's going on. And I watched one again recently, and I enjoyed it. I quite liked one. It wasn't too bad. 2 and 3, though, were absolute adventures in fucking shite. Just terrible there's scenes in two especially. There's scenes in 2 where I had to get up and walk away just through anger, just through the film being shit. You know, just stupid things in 2.
2 was a remake of like a 30s film called The Lost World.
Oh, was it really?
The original is a lot better than the fucking second fucking Jurassic Park. The third one's pish.
Oh, the third one as well is
William H. Macy, get the fuck
with the
away from
Spinosaurus, I believe, was a big bad guy in that one, which was pish. But Jurassic World, I went in to see it with not with big high hopes, because again, you were shafted over by 2 and 3 especially. 1 was good, 2 and 3 just punched you in the balls. So I didn't go in with high hopes. However, pleasantly surprised. I wouldn't say, you know, top 5 films. I wouldn't even say top 5 of the year so far. But worth a watch. You know, there is. I mean, I don't know why Jurassic Park and the series certainly has to keep putting fucking kids in their movies, because the kids are just generally annoying, and the trend continues with Jurassic World. Just
and they never get killed. You always think they're going to get killed and you're going to see a dead kitty, but no.
There's at least 3 or 4 occasions where I thought, oh, Jurassic World might break the mold here and wipe these fuckers out. But well, I won't spoil things, but you know, they don't initially, certainly. And I was, and whenever they were in danger, I was cheering for the dinosaur. Go fucking get him! But it never happens. But I mean, otherwise though, it's quite a good film. There's quite a good kind of development, or twist regarding the main dinosaur that's the kind of the antagonist. But certainly worth a watch though. But again, not in my top 5 of the year so far.
Is it like a Godzilla kind of twist, or?
No, not
If
really.
it's not a zombie dinosaur, I'm not interested.
Oh no! If it's not got bacon, I know how to cure fucking the zombie apocalypse.
Vegan.
I know how to cure the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, really?
On one occasion, while I was sort of sobbing on the settee through the house because I was sticking to it, I couldn't sleep at 5:45 at night. Make a bacon zombie. The fucking zombies will just go after the bacon zombies.
Make a bacon zombie.
A bacon zombie. What fucking zombie in its right mind is going to want to eat you when it can have a fucking bacon one?
Right. Okay, listen, I see your point, right? Any kind of, you know, human shaped figure making bacon, I would chase and devour. That's fair play. But the thing is, though, don't zombies crave living flesh?
No, they just crave fucking you up, do they?
But no, for a man, I mean, you're a man who's a bit of a movie buff. You've seen, I imagine, a lot of cheesy zombie flicks.
I tend not to watch horrors.
Do you not?
No, well, no, because they still kind of scare me, and I haven't become desensitized to that yet. So I watch them sporadically, so I still get a scare.
It's funny because I have to watch horror movies by myself here. Even commercials that come on my TV that might be a little bit kind of creepy, I have to watch by myself.
Help me up out the city, Fatty! Help me up out the city!
because the rubes is a bit of a delicate flower when it comes to scary things, you know. But I mean, here's a person, the rubes especially, when it comes to movies and stuff, is dead inside. See if you had, you know, Jurassic World with the 2 kids. If they were killed in the film, she would not bat an eyelid. Oh, could care less. But there's a scene where one of the raptors, who gets swatted against a wall and pretty much, you know, damaged quite badly, and she was nearly crying because she saw the raptors as being like just, you know, hairless puppies that wanted hugs, and you're like, well, no, these are things that have evolved to eat things. These are perfectly fucking tuned hunting machines, murder, and you want to hug them? Oh, but it's lovely. It just needs a hug and it'll feel better. No,
I can paint its toenails.
We could watch TV together, maybe an episode 2 of Towie, and you know, fucking what? I can braid its mane.
We could plex with each other.
We could plex with each other. Yes, exactly. Oh, but see, here's the thing, though, is that going back to Plex, and I know what this show so far has been very, very random, but who gives a fuck? Going back to Plex a little bit here as well, is that, of course, people can add you as friends, you add them as friends, and you grant them a certain degree of access to your media. So if you have, say you've got like 10 folders.
Oh, Plex friends!
Or, say you've got one folder of like Bourne movies, and one folder of Bond movies, and, you know, one of, you know, home movies, Lurch. is that if you...
Oh no, you can't see my hard drive.
Well, exactly. Exactly. If you own a hard drive or server full of movies that you own, you need to be selective of what you share. Unlike Mr. Davian Dent, the host of the Strange Times podcast, he recently added me as a Plex friend onto his server. Now, of course, he's got plenty of movies there and TV shows and all lovely, but also a bit of porn. I was, and you know, it's not the kind that I favour. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's, you know, a little bit out there. I'm not saying he's a strange fellow, but he's a strange fellow. You see, you know, just so you know.
I say you screenshot every single bit of porn he has and stick it on Facebook and tag him in every single one, just to shame the bastard.
He would have a methadone-related fucking meltdown, probably, that boy. Fucking.
That would be the plan.
There'd be
during one cup.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. So anyway, we're going off track here entirely. Where were we? Lurgy. So of course you've been stuck kind of home, medialess. Before we carry on, are we going to speak about the really shit movie that we've chosen for this week? Of course, like we said, folks, we are expanding the focus of the show, so we are going to be still talking about shit movies here and there through the show, but also incorporating new things, like we've spoken about, some video games and some TV shows and such not. But Lurchy, I mean, you've had the, I won't even say pleasure. You've had the
misfortune.
You've had the misfortune of watching the recently chosen film. Can you tell us about it?
Well, the Garbage Pail Kids.
Ah!
It all seemed to go horribly wrong for me since I've watched the Garbage Pail Kids.
Right.
Since watching the Garbage Pail Kids, I'm now living with my mum. So yeah, don't watch it.
Are you trying to say the Garbage Pail Kids fucked your life up?
Pretty much.
The
A stark realization was made just now since seeing that fucking piece of shit. I have had to move back in with Mummykins.
I mean, the Garbage Pail Kids was released back in 1987. Is still considered one of the worst films ever made. I'm sure Lodge will agree.
Fucking awful.
Seemingly, if you look, I mean, you guys have heard of there's different like aggregation sites like Rotten Tomatoes that will aggregate scores from around the web and give you a kind of overall score for movies. And if you look on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm pretty sure Garbage Pail Kids is still rocking a 0% rating. It's one of the very
Not low enough.
0% ratings. So I mean, Lords, what do you think? Of course, Garbage Pail Kids, based on the trading cards and stickers from back in the day. Of course, a spoof on the Cabbage Patch Kids, which were fucking terrible. Tell us more about it.
It took me 4 goes.
Oh.
4 goes to only get 45 minutes of the way through. And I'm still... It was £7 it cost me.
£7?
£7. It got delivered on a Sunday. My life went drastically fucking pear-shaped from then.
Holy shit. So we're going to call this the Garbage Pail Curse.
The Garbage Pail shit. My life has got a garbage, Taylor. Sorry for shouting, Mum.
45 minutes and he can't finish itself off. No.
Hello? See? 4 attempts with Vaseline.
Oh no. Oh no.
Fucking awful. Fucking shit. The start of the film, right? It took me 4 attempts just to get 45 minutes of the way through. 45 minutes through, and the fucking opening credits are still going.
Oh, for the love of fuck.
They fucking go forever. These little fuckers are... They climb out of a bin, and they start, like, fucking tiptoeing around with their little fucking shoes. And then the boy comes fucking down the stairs because he's got a bed.
Right.
He comes down the stairs for his bed, going, "What's up? Is there a snake loose down here or something?" So he comes down the stairs. He says, "I'm trying to watch my fucking Plex up the stairs. I'm streaming with fucking Davian Dent." Right? He's got some filthy porns. So he comes down the stairs, and these little fuckers pile back into the bin after they've raided his baking collection and fucked up his washing machine.
Oh no.
And then the boy goes, "Oh, I don't care if it's happening. But what I'll do is I'll pile up my shit on top of this fucking bin in the lid, just in case, and I'm going to walk back up to my Plex." And then it cuts to some kid getting chased by some fucking stereotypical 80s fucking hooligan and a fat lassie. and I had to switch it off air. That was attempt 1.
Well, okay, right.
So it was like 5 minutes. I was like, oh, fuck this shit. Because I felt a twinge in the brain and a calling for home. And I felt shit going taze up. And I don't want to talk about it, okay?
Oh, no. See,
Sorry,
touch.
Mum.
I mean, Bagman, have you ever seen this film at all, or have you ever heard of this film at all?
I've heard of the film. I think I saw it when I was younger, so young enough to actually repress it as a bad memory.
But yes, exactly.
Oh, didn't I bring up memory back, I'd be like a fucking bad touch experience.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
All right, rise up, priest. Oh!
I've actually got it up on Rotten Tomatoes, and there's a couple of fucking reviews that I think need to be said on this one.
Go for it.
Right. This one is, the Garbage Pail Kids movie is enough to make you believe in strict and faraway boarding schools.
Okay.
But my favourite one is, at least there was never a movie about pogs.
All right.
Oh, fuck, I could never get them to work.
I fucking hated pogs.
What the fuck were you supposed to do with a pog?
I have no idea. All I knew was I chewed the bastards or threw them at girls. That's all I did with pogs.
On anything. 'Cause
Cardboard
you're-
fucking discs. And then people would collect pogs, and then people would fucking come to your school and say, oh, look, I've got a rare pog from Japan. No, you cut it out of a magazine, you prick, and put it on a bit of cardboard, you fucking object.
Would I be right in thinking that the pog money looked a little bit like Captain Caveman?
I don't
Yes.
Yeah, I had pogs. Fucking hell. When did pogs come out?
90s, mid to late 90s.
I was about to say, why the fuck did I have them? If fucking, oh, okay, right, okay, moving on. It's the only thing I fucking did have. I've got nothing anymore.
My name's Crunchy Baglin, and I am a pod collector.
Oh, hang up.
Whoa, really?
Hang up.
I used to be a pod collector, yes.
Get the fuck off of our podcast. How many pogs did you have, Bagman?
You're looking at close to 150.
Wow.
I had no life.
You were
This
saying
is the same guy that collected all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle coins.
coin. So, of course, with pogs, it wasn't just like one set. They had different offshoots, didn't they? Had, like you said, there was Turtles, there was Star Wars, there was all different kind of pogs you could have.
All themed ones, yeah.
Yeah. So you had all the Turtles pogs.
No. The Turtles coins was something completely different. It was like, as part of a promotion thing was something, you had like actual silver coins, and like dollar-sized coins that you have, and you put them into a big card display thing, and I had all of those. But no, that was a completely different thing to Pogs. But yeah, Pogs, I had a fair few of them.
See, I can't judge you too harshly, because when it comes to really bad collections, I have a humdinger. I collected those things that were called bad taste bears.
You still do, don't you?
Well, no, not anymore, but I still have them. You see. Now, of course, when I moved out here to the country retreat from the old place, I had a display case with all my baddest beers. There was easily 60 plus bad taste beers in total I have. However, it turns out the Rubes, my good lady Rubes, fucking hates them with a passion. She thinks that no adult man, no man in his 39 plus VAT,
Shipping, unhandling, and import tax.
and import tax, you'd be owning bad taste beers. Now, her plan was when we moved home, was her plan was to have them mysteriously disappear.
I swear to fuck, now, if you've told me that she's purged your bad taste bears, I'm coming all the way up there and losing my shoe up in her cunt.
Don't worry, Baglin. Don't worry. Because here's the thing, you see. The Rubes, of course, now being heavily pregnant, means she can't get into the loft. Now, there are a few things that were saved from the purge, that have now found a new home in the loft, you see. Beautifully packed away in a lovely box with some padding, some newspaper in case they get bored. What read a story? They're all there, packed away at the back of the attic. Now she can get a head up there if she's lucky with a ladder, but she can't climb in because big and fucking baby filled. You see, so no can do. So they're safe for now, baggers.
That's alright, worst comes to worst, you can push her over and she'll just topple like a weeble.
Exactly. Well, it's funny. I mean, I don't know how much experience you guys have around pregnant ladies, but it's it's at a point now where if you watch somebody like Bagman, I'm a fat guy, right? I'm a chunky guy.
No, as you'll hear those fucking talk.
I mean, you and I, let's face it, are carrying a little bit of beef. You see, a little bit of extra beef.
A little bit of beef, bit of fruit and veg, bit of fucking everything.
You know how at times when you carry a bit of beef is when you go to tie your shoes, you get like a you can't breathe properly. Everything's getting compressed because your tits are all jammed in your chest. Well, do that, but with a baby inside you that's kicking as well. Where it's like, pull my leggings off. I can't move.
Scott, have you ever had to tell yourself, pull me leggings off, I can't breathe?
Pull me off the couch, I can't move. Whereas I just say, pull me off, but I get ignored, It just seems fair, So,
yeah, I hadn't got anybody to say that.
Oh no, sorry. This is bringing up bad memories, I do apologize. Why won't nobody love me? All I want is a finger up my ass. So Lurchy, I think the big question on everyone's lips is, again, tell me to fuck off and shut up, fatty, if you think about it. But is there any chance of reconciliation, or is this tatties over the side, or is it just time for a new Lurch?
We're living apart.
Right. Oh, living apart. Okay.
Living apart.
Well,
I'm living with my fucking mom, and she's living in a good house.
Well, still technically together, but just living apart.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Got you. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Just to clarify, just because you do know we're gonna have people asking questions and messaging the show and what's going on and blah blah. So, but
we're here for you, Lurch.
Yeah.
Said hashtag Team Lurch. They're all there for you. It's
we won't be swapping Plex accounts anytime soon, I don't think.
Okay.
Scott, you know what this is? This is like Cocoon. This is Lurch turning into Lurch 2.0. He's going to come out and he's going to be bigger and brighter.
Oh, good point.
Oh, fucking smaller. I've lost a stone and a bit.
Have
I've
you?
got a fucking belt notch and a half.
What? Now, how is you as a butcher who makes beautiful meats? How are you losing weight?
Because I can't cook bacon. I can't cook fuck all, Taylor. I'm sick of fucking frozen pizzas. They're fucking shit.
Scott, it's the Scott thing. You never touch your own product.
Good point.
Wish I fucking could.
You have your own product, by the way. I recently was in your shop there, and again, this is not a fucking Tilly Butcher advert, but I did buy some lovely glazed chicken wings, which I had the other night, and good God, they were a taste sensation. I don't know what you do. You perhaps lace these things with heroin? Because these and the chili and tequila ribs, and you wonder why I'm fat,
No, we don't.
Do you know what the lace was lately?
What's that?
My tears.
Your tears. That's why they taste wonderful.
I know.
Don't worry, Scott. I ordered chili fucking ribs a while back, and I got fucking mongoose.
Wonderful.
I did shite. Fuck it. Feel like you can come back with it.
Back to the permafrost at the bottom of the freezer.
Basically.
That's all bit fine. I'll just put a fucking an opposite 3 on this 3 here. It marks it 2018. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
So, Lurchy, of course, we're speaking about the garbage bill because now exciting news.
Exciting news.
Did you know that now? Are you sitting down?
Yeah.
Right, because
he's actually in bed.
Did you know there are?
Yeah, I'm in my bed just now, Scott. I'm sitting in my bed.
Seemingly, according to reports, and this is very exciting, is that there's seemingly a reboot in the works.
Fucking hell. Oh no. Fuck it. See now, Garbage Pail's original tip me over the edge. Fuck knows what the reboot's gonna do.
See, now I first saw this film back when I was a kid. So there's parts of it I don't remember properly, but I do remember that I also collected the stickers. And the stickers I had before the film came out, and the stickers were pretty fucking awesome. And I had them. We used to have bunk beds in my old house. Myself on the bottom bunk, my brother above me in the top bunk. My brother, of course, my younger brother, and he was a fucking dickhead. I tried to kill him a few times, but I had spent all my
At least
pocket
just
money.
had a fucking bed.
I spent all my pocket money buying the stickers, and you know how in bunk beds, if you're on the bottom, you're seeing the slats above you of the bed above. and all of them were covered in my stickers. So I could wake up in the night and see all my Garbage Pail Kids friends. You know, I could, oh, look at you, and oh, look at, oh, wonderful. I had lines upon lines of my Garbage Kids pals. They were my only friends, Mark, because, you know, social outcast. You know, lines upon lines.
You don't think I'm fat, do you, Garbage Pail Kids?
Won't tuck me in too tight, will you, Garbage Pail Kids, you know? Let me have 5 minutes, don't tell your parents. Is that...
You'll never leave me like my mum does for beer, would you?
I've got these lines of Garbage Pail Kids, and I spent, like, every week my pocket money would come in, and I would go there and wank away cash buying these sticker packs, and just everything in my room was covered with these stickers. I loved them, they were brilliant. And then one day, my brother, who was a complete fucking shithead, turns out he's got the fucking Asperger's, you know, or he's autistic. In fact,
The anal hot dogs.
he's been I think he's also been diagnosed as being high functioning autistic, seemingly, like people you might know, Lurchy. And so he one day took it upon himself to rip every sticker in the fucking bedroom. Look, some of them were still kind of half whole with a head missing, or maybe a limb missing, or the name ripped off, you know, just a rampage. Everything was fucked. So I came home, of course, from school, and he's sitting there in this big pile of torn stickers with a big grin on his face, and I kicked the fucking shit out of him as well. He was only a small... At one point, I had him dangling by his ankles out the fucking window. Bear in mind, we're on like a first floor of a house, out the window by his ankles. You little... I was going to kill him. So angry. Just fucking furious.
Oh, goody. You were crying in the pool of your own fucking tears and drowning in them.
Mom! Mom! Look what he's done!
But see, for me though, crying, mum, look what he's done, we just get smash button crash wallop. Aye, what's up, fatty? I get buzzing the vodka. What's up, fucking? No one loves you. That kind of shit.
See, when I just cry now, I normally hear bong bong from up the stairs going, "Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to sleep."
Oh no! This is the most depressing podcast we've ever done.
Welcome to my world.
Sweet.
Yourself, I'm happy as shit.
This is my memory of first seeing the film. Was back in the days, of course. You know, the latest movies didn't quite make it as far as you know, Caithness, as Thurso. So really, you were seeing things kind of well behind the rest of the fucking world.
Fucking Chaplin's the kid.
Oh, exactly. I mean, right now, number one in the Thurso charts is fucking Wigfield Saturday Night. You know, that's how far back they are. But you know, we still have this American naval base up there, and there were a communications base that would ferry messages from the fleet back to the US from that point there in the North Scotland. Of course, these days it's all done by satellite and fucking everything else, you see. But back then, of course, this was an important communications kind of station, you see. And a lot of the locals had jobs there, including my mother, including the Fraser's mother. They all worked at this base. And the Americans would arrive to this base on duty and bring with them, you know, pirated fucking VHS tapes from the States. So this friend of my mother's, who I'm sure she was banging, but she won't admit it.
You know, like Plex version fucking beta.
Plex Alpha fucking .01 took over this video VHS tape of the Garbage Pail Kids, and said to my mother, "Look, you know, does your boy want to watch this? You know, oh, that'd be great." So we'd got the video, and went round to my pal's house. Now my pal at the time, a guy called Adam, his parents were divorced. You see, they were apart, and his father did everything he could to have Adam round, and you know, and you know,
Adam had a better life than I did.
Well, a little bit, yeah.
God, this is fucking depressing. Play the music.
Adam would get round, and you know, his dad would, you know, compensate for being a bad parent, would lash him with, you know, popcorn and sweets, and sit there and watch videos and blah blah.
Mine would just lash me.
So one night, Adam said, "Look, let's take this video round to my dad's. He's going out for the night, but we've got the house to ourselves. He's left a ton of goodies for us, you know. We can sit there and watch the film because back then you had to have a VHS player that would play 50 and 60 hertz. You see, so his dad had that. So we went and watched it there, and there was a mountain of, you know, Coke bottles and sweeties and popcorn and everything else. And of course, two young kids put the film on, and started eating all this shit. And we fucking powered through this stuff, really just smashing it all in our faces. To the point where when you jam so much sugar in two young boys, they go fucking mental. And the next thing you know, we're out on his dad's roof. Bearing in mind, his dad had a flat. It was like the fifth story flat. So and he had the roof flat. So we're out on the roof, looking down about 100 feet to the ground, below us, dancing around and being fucking dickheads, just high as fucking sugar. We went back into the house to watch the rest of this film. We sat down, some more Coca-Cola, some more wine gums, some more fruit pastels, and Adam's sitting there gurgling away, and I don't feel good. And then fucking he starts shitting all over his dad's fucking white leather sofa. It's down the back of his knees, and of course. So my memory of fucking Garbage Pail Kids is seeing a young terrified boy trying to clean shit on his father's sofa. You've never seen joy like it. So essentially, I missed large swathes of the film, and admittedly, I've not gone back and watched it since then. So my memory of it is patchy at best. But I do feel bad that you were made to suffer to watch the whole thing.
I never watched the whole fucking thing.
You watched 45 minutes of
45 minutes was enough. 45 minutes was enough to send me back to live with my fucking mother.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's fucking awful.
So, Lurgy, has there been anything at all else that you've been watching recently or doing recently that would interest our listeners?
I've been sizing up all this, right? Yeah, I've been sizing up the banister, see if we can take about 14 stuff. No, fucking true. What did I watch the other day?
Laughing to this man's lives in our fucking hands. Wait.
I watched Blackula the other day.
Blackula.
Blackula 1. I was gonna watch Blackula 2, but Blackula 1 was shit. He's gonna suck you, sucker. Fucking gosh. The fucking worst film I've seen of a fucking buff.
Holy shit.
Oh, it was okay. But no, it was no fucking Coffee or fucking Pam Grier films.
See,
because it was. Go on, you go, sir.
Sorry, you carry on. I apologise.
Oh, no, just fucking interrupt me, throw him off the stride.
Just someone fucking carry on, Jesus.
I'm sorry, but. Well, I watched Blackula because I managed to sneak out a couple of films. I just grabbed them in passing as I was getting bundled out the door. No, it was like the fucking crane machine. You pick shit up, I just grabbed what I could as I was fucking holding on. No! Blackula, and I watched Home Alone. Funnily enough, I watched Home Alone. That little bastard doesn't know how good he's fucking got it. Fucking little prick. Oh, no. I would do anything to have people trying to creep into my house to fucking talk to me. Fucking little bastard. I wish my fucking boiler would speak to me, tell him it was going to eat my pee-pee.
You eating cuddles?
I
think the sad thing is here, Bagman, is that if you or I were a little bit depressed, home alone, what do we do? We'd probably pick out a film, maybe a Blu-ray or something on Netflix, something kind of current, something or maybe a classic. I mean, I know myself. If I'm boozy or I'm just alone or I'm bored, I always fall back on the Arnie classics. I'll go for Commando or I'll go for Predator. Or Running Man. Running Man's also a big one too, as well, you see. And especially if I'm drunk, I'll sit there, for hours, shouting the dialogue and abuse at the people in the film. And why are you running that way, And Buzzsaw, he had a split, and I'll hee-haw laughing, ha ha ha, had a split, even though I've seen the film like 50 times. But so you go for films that or that are classics or big films. But for Lurchy to sit there and go, you know what? I've got a sad life. I'm living at my mum's house on a couch with they pals. And here I'm watching Blackula 2. And the fact that you own Blackula 2 in the first place is what impresses me.
Blu-ray as well.
Fucking.
See, I know the point where he will really want to kill himself is when he starts watching Death List.
That thing's locked up. That's with the Garbage Pail Kids. That's where shit started to go wrong originally.
Wow.
You see you watch the Arnie ones. I normally go to Godfather 1 or The Public Enemy with James Cagney.
Oh, good.
Sit and do the same, but I can't. I don't fucking have it. I keep sitting here at night thinking, you know what I could fucking really go for watching? Oh wait, that's right, I don't fucking have it.
See, my concern, Roger, though, is that with you being away from your collection, is, I imagine things are still quite, friendly, because obviously you're still together, but you're apart, and that's that. But are you not worried, again, all respect to your good lady, lovely girl, however, because she's got female genitalia, there is the risk where, just at the spur of a hat, she might go fucking mental, and then think, it could be 2 in the morning lying there, in bed and having a wee nightmare. Wake up, and the nightmare, of course, is your fault because you're a man. She then goes through and tortures everything you love and hold dear.
Well.
Or windows open and everything gets housed in the garden, and then you got every fucking Ned and Mink for 20 minutes who could be at home themselves, lying in bed sleeping, who will suddenly go and wake up and sprint out the house half naked, because that's what Neds do, obviously, in the summertime. And then, to take away your shit.
I like how you sort of tried to cheer him up there by telling me everybody in that story had a bed. Well, you see, maybe like all my shit's been bundled into the old studio. In bin liners. Even I went in even to get my tax return book because I needed to do my VAT return. In candlelight.
Oh no, you didn't, did you?
Like Ebenezer Scrooge.
Pretty much.
No.
In candlelight, and it was like fucking 7:30 when I got it done. Now fuck it, I blew the candle out and went to my bed. So I went in to get my VAT book, and here's everything piled into the studio. Even a tin of kidney beans that I bought.
Ebenezer Lurch.
Yeah, this is the point where I normally cry, but I can't look at the tin of kidney beans you bought.
Tin of kidney beans, fucking.
Tin of kidney beans and a bag of microwave Uncle Ben's rice.
Oh no.
In the monkey. And I looked around and I said, I noticed my fucking Nutella's nae in here. Keep it on. Okay, keep my fucking Nutella. Fucking object.
Let me pause the sad music there, just briefly, and turn to the Baglins.
Who's losing his shit, by the way?
I think you've broken the Baglin.
Fucking hell.
I've put the camera directly on
That's my Nutella.
Hello? Where's my Nutella? Oh, I'm here not. So, fuck you. Like, here's all my cups, my collection of cups, a fucking tin of kidney beans.
Quickly, Baglin.
Sorry, I shouldn't snort. It reminds you of bacon, which you can't.
Oh no! Just
Baglin, quickly, because you're on camera, in the background I can see your mum. Go and throw something at her. Throw something at her right now.
Let's see if I can have a hug.
Can Lurch get a
Why are
hug?
you gonna walk right next to the fucking window? Of course I'm gonna see you. You just said, I thought you said he couldn't see me, you bastard.
Can you ask her any chance she could adopt a man who's, super depressed and living on a couch and covered with snakes?
I can supply Nutella and kidney beans.
Oh, mother, say hello. There is a microphone on. Will you adopt this man because he's a lonely cunt?
Hello, Mrs. Baglin. Tell her I'm suicidal.
Tell her she's suicidal.
Because you called my cunt.
Baglin, sell him. Baglin, sell the man, for God's sake. You're the worst friend.
You know the meat that I bought from Aberdeen?
Fuck it.
made it.
I've had enough. Fuck it.
Look at this poor man.
Hello, Mrs. Baglin.
He's a way to end it.
Fucking love him.
He's a way to fucking end it.
Fucking awful. Why does Abdi hate me so much?
Baglin, will you sell him, for fuck's sake?
I need to hang myself here.
Did you hear that?
No.
If he can supply a jumbo sausage, he's adopted.
Like throwing a deck chair off a Titanic.
The jumbo sausage with no happy ending, sadly.
If I start calling you daddy, I'll be slightly worried. But not au fait to it.
Can we ask, while we have, Mama Baglin in the vicinity, hello, Mama Baglin, by the way, love you dearly.
Yes.
Could you, by a chance, have her come near the camera and then have Lurch maybe sell himself to her? I mean, Lurch, I don't mean like say, here's me naked, look at my toodle, and, I'll cost £50. What I mean is, is pitch across why she should be your new mummy and take you into the family threshold. You see.
Because I should be part of the family because I can supply Nutella and kidney beans because that shit was thrown into my man cave because I'm no longer wanted. I'm too depressed to talk. Okay, fucking awful.
Oh no! Everyone's breaking his heart, and you're laughing, and the
They're both laughing at me, Taylor.
monsters.
Look it, I need to go check my curtains to see if they're creased.
Oh, it's sweet, Jesus! The man's suicidal, and you're laughing, you pair of bastards.
I think Mum needs to check her curtains because I think she's pissed herself.
Unbelievable! I thought she had a heart. It's like the Grinch.
There's a black heart.
It's a black one, but here's a way.
Scotty, I got one fucking idiot down the varsity and I don't want another round.
Oh no! It was Lurch.
Well, if anything, you've made her moist. That's all I can say.
Oh no! You can't say that about your mother. Listen, I don't mean to concern you guys, but it appears we've lost the Lurch monster. Looking at his camera now, of course, folks. If you're listening to the podcast only, you can find the full video of this.
Oh, here he is. Here's him.
To see this goodness.
Stop fucking laughing at me, Taylor.
You can see the full video of this. We'll put a link to this on our Facebook page. Search for Attack of the Vampire Sausage on Facebook. You'll find our page there.
Lurch, you've made her moist.
/Vampire Sausage. It's Lurch, we thought you were waiting.
Yeah, I am. I get fucked.
Did you just tell your mother to get fucked, Baglin?
Yes, because it wouldn't be the first time she got fucked. That's the reason why I'm here.
Wow.
If you want to throw Mr. Wayne out, I will come and live with you.
I don't need to know how long it's been since you last got fucking shagged.
Listen, Mama.
Trust me, it wasn't 31 fucking years. I've heard you.
Mama Baglin. Oh
Yes.
no! Oh no! Mama Baglin. I mean, I'm just gonna throw this out there. But if you were to do me a favor and on camera and give your son the mightiest of slaps, then Lurch and I will both move in and he can get fucked. Okay.
Then cover your boobs in green paint and jiggle them.
They're not as big anymore, you won't need to.
They're not as big as anymore. You won't need so much.
Oh,
The kids ate them.
do you like Nutella?
Yeah. They won't know if you can give me the biggest slap on camera. Those two will move in and I'll get the fuck.
Oh, that is so tempting.
Oh, she's tempted. Oh,
She's tempted.
She's got a right dirty voice, your mum, Baglin.
oh, you can't see that.
Well, I mean, she's got a right lovely English voice. I'm nearly
Yeah,
there.
you got a dirty voice apparently.
Of course I have.
Come here. Come here. Come on. I want you to get up close to this mic and say sweet nothings to Lurchy Purchy.
Lurchy Purchy.
Yeah, Lurchy fucking Purchy. Lurchy Purchy pizza face.
Oh, he's making fun of my game, Mama Baglin.
Yeah.
Sweet nothings.
Well, dirty fucking nothings because I know you.
This just seems so wrong with my husband sat downstairs, you know.
Oh, it's okay. We
It
don't have
wouldn't be
to
the
kill him.
first time, let's be fair, come on.
Take your top off.
No, please don't.
Oh my god.
The tits will go through the floor and you'll disturb Stan watching TV.
I love a finger in the arsehole. Spitting it
God,
first.
that's what's going to happen to Reeves, mine, seriously.
Just spitting it first.
Oh no! This is the most horrible section we've ever had on the show.
Yeah, this is a new section.
This is
Sausage.
Ask Mama anything.
Yeah.
This is a new section called Sex and Ross Mama Baglin.
You can sex harass me anytime, boys.
Okay, that's time. That's time. Please I need to get the fuck out. Say goodbye to Mother, people.
Oh, goodbye, Mother.
Bye, Mum.
Oh, love you dearly.
Love you.
Love you in the face. Oh, wonderful. This has been the most off-track vampire stuff we've done yet.
Best one yet.
It's the best one yet.
You sure you don't want to nickname this DHB fucking 202?
No, bloody hell. So listen, getting back on track here if we can.
One fucking track.
Fun track. What about yourself, Bagman? Anything at all that you've been doing this last week, interesting or otherwise, that you want to share on the old sausage?
I actually went to see the Minions movie.
You didn't, did you? Really? There, see, I've been tempted to see it because I quite enjoyed the Minions factor in the Despicable Me 1 and 2, and I didn't think they were good enough to warrant their own movie. But what did you think?
Oh, sorry, Scott, I'm being disturbed. Mum's literally just burst through the door and said, "Wait, look at this! There's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle on Ted 2. What the fuck?"
On Ted 2. Wonderful.
You used to live there when you was a little boy, chap.
Oh my god. Now this is intentional piss poor,
I'm
isn't
just
it?
showing the dance that you used to do if you want.
You can get to fucking all.
Hold on. Did your mum just say that she could show us the dance that you used to do as a little boy?
Yes, she did. And she can get fucked.
Or,
I'm telling you.
or you
What
missed
happened there?
You missed it. You're off camera there. You missed
Come
it.
on.
Is that Mama Bagman is going to show us the dance
Mama Bagman's got it fucked, I'm telling you now.
Bagman did as a little boy, seemingly.
Oh, is it the Truffle Shuffle?
No, I do that now. Fucking hell.
As long as they're covered in green paint. Ask Mama Boglin if she's got Piccalilli.
Oh no!
I'm not asking Mama Bagman fuck all.
Tell Mama Bagman to dance for us.
Oh, dance for me, little girl.
You
Jiggle
can
those
get
boobies.
to proper fuck. I didn't even hear the fucking question that Scott was asking because I was too busy getting distracted by her fucking bursting in.
Well, we were. It was going to be like a movie-related kind of Minions. Okay, Minions. Yes, of course. What did you think of the movie, Bagman?
Actually, I thought it was pretty damn good. It's obviously it's meant to be a kids movie, but I think it's kind of a little bit aimed towards the adults as well, with all the silly humor it's got in it.
So it's like one of these things, like for example, the Lego movie, where there's things in there that go over the heads of kids, but adults will go, "Oh, okay, yeah, I get that."
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a few bits. There's a lot of, obviously because the main part of the movie is set in London, where you have the Scarlet Overkill, who's basically recruited these minions to try and steal the crown from the Queen.
Right.
So because most of it is set in London, you've got a load of British references, like Beatles walking across Abbey Road and stuff like that. But there's a few silly references to bits like having his ass hanging out and stuff like that. That just makes it a bit funnier for the adult people taking kids out to see in the cinema.
Has there not been has there not been any more iconic British references since the fucking 60s?
Not really, because it's actually based in the 60s era, so
Oh well, okay, I can
it
understand.
kind of works that way. But no, generally it's a pretty good film.
But excellent. So I do fancy it, but it's not high on my list of things to get into because, you know what? I think my problem is now is because I've moved away from the city a little bit. For me now to get to the cinema, it's like a kind of half-hour drive, three-quarters-hour drive, depending on traffic. And now I'm being probably a bit more kind of selective of what I see. Before, I would go and see whatever was available. I mean, there was days back when I was still working as a full-time bouncer, where my days were free, I'd go and watch just nonsense. I'd look at the schedule and say, right, at 12:30, there's the English Patient. I'll go and see that, And there was films that I'd watched that I was like, oh, Undiscovered Gem. I love that, that I've never normally go see. But now that I'm out with the city, I'm probably only going to go see maybe one or two movies a month, and Minions isn't on that. I mean, for this month, for example, for me it's Jurassic World, and I've still to go and see Terminator Genesis. I want to see that now as well.
I'm looking forward to seeing it, but I'm feeling I might get burned.
Well, yes, that's the concern because I mean, Lurch, of course, you probably more than I are a big Terminator, certainly classic Terminator fan.
As you could maybe tell by behind me.
Yeah, of course, yes. I mean, if put the camera on yourself there, Terminator poster on the wall, of course, canvas, I believe, as well.
Yep. See now, Terminator 3, he was just taking the piss out of himself.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
Terminator 4 was kind of just a rehash of 1 and 2, and I'm thinking this one might be the same, but it'd be nice if they come up with new catchphrases or more new iconic scenes instead of playing off the sort of homages to the original. Did
you find, for me certainly, Terminator 1 and Terminator 2, brilliant. Love them to bits. 3 wasn't great.
It's a good action film if you try and pretend it's not a Terminator.
Exactly, yeah. And it's one that, from what I can gather, it's one that I think the new film completely ignores. That the events that didn't happen seemingly in the new film. It's ignored entirely. And But Salvation, though, for me, Salvation got slated, and a lot of things, yes, were wrong with it.
There was a couple of good scenes, like the bit where at the start where shit blows up, and then all of a sudden there's a Terminator grabbing him and chasing him and pulling his boot off and getting shot in the face.
Yeah.
Very good.
I really enjoyed Salvation. It was it wasn't up there with 1 and 2, but certainly as a Terminator franchise film, I thought it did really well. I mean, even little touches. I mean, like you said there, there's maybe too many nods back to the old films, too many kind of waves back to classic moments, or kind of
reproduced kind of scenes. Basically, it's kind of like the first two reproduced into one package.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like an HD remaster.
Kinda, but there was one scene that I loved was when, of course, we were shown kind of new versions of Terminators. There was the helicopter ones, the snake ones in the water. There was the motorbike ones. But the scene with the motorbike Terminator, where he puts the ghetto bastard on the floor, presses the play button, and it plays "You Could Be Mine" by Guns N' Roses. I thought that was a great touch. Of course, a nod back to Terminator 2. Things like that I really enjoyed. That were, nods, like you said, a homage back to the classic, but not kind of
all the time.
Yeah, all the time, exactly. Yeah.
It's okay occasionally. I went and watched the new Mad Max.
Oh yes, what do you think?
Actually, one of the sort of best films I've seen in a long time, action-wise.
Yes.
Non-stop, kind of fucking just fantastic action.
It really was. I mean, again, cutting off entirely from to this new film, of course, Mad Max. I went to see it with the Rubes, and the Rubes isn't a massive kind of action movie fan, and I think when she saw the poster for Mad Max, wasn't kind of overly, up and down about it, thinking, well, maybe not her thing. But when we left the theater, she wholeheartedly admitted this was one of the best films she's seen for a long time, and I agreed. It was fantastic. That even little things like, and this is not me being a fucking super white knight feminist kind of guy, but to finally have a kind of female leading role that wasn't kind of, kowtowing to the male role, who was just in herself was a fucking badass. That in the film there was no real kind of hint as to any romance at all. It was just them two people who had respect for each other, who were badasses. And Charlize Theron, give
she
her
fucking get.
Well, there's that too.
With
Yeah.
her baldy head as well. I would let her make me a cup of tea, even though she's got one hand.
Would you really?
Yeah, well, fuck no. If you're missing a finger, you're not going to make me a cup of tea. But she's got one hand, okay.
Would you paint her puppies green?
Lurch, I don't think in your current predicament you can afford to be picky about how many fingers someone's got.
Hello, Charlize. Do you want to spend the night with me and my mum? On the city.
I can serve you some cold bacon, and be careful of the snakes.
Sorry, I can't give you any Nutella pieces. I can offer you some rice and peas if you want. I can't wash your smalls though.
Speak
The washing machine's fucked.
I need a piss. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Charlize. We can't be fucking Plex friends.
Oh, I can't
I'll be back.
No. Oh, it's away for a piss. Wonderful. But Lurchie, have you ever seen? Charlize Theron, of course, is a beautiful woman. Have you ever seen her though in the film Monster? I think it's called Monster.
She's a fucking monster in that film. She really does look like that. It's Arlene fucking somebody.
The killer wifey.
Yeah.
Please.
Even Christina Ricci looks fucking scary in that film.
Wow, it just is. You see and you go, how the fuck can you be Charlize Theron?
Mm.
It's the best ever make down that I've ever seen in my fucking puff. It's wonderful.
I think that was one of the first films I seen her in. When I, rest in peace, got a Blockbuster card.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the first 3 I rented for £5 for 7 nights.
Okay.
That there, The Merchant of Venice and Leon.
Ah, good choices.
First 3 films I ever rented in Monster. Holy shit, she was a monster. She really did look like her.
Oh,
And it's
absolutely.
a bit of a sort of horrific kind of film, but
Pretty horrible, and she wasn't, certainly wasn't a pin-up model in that film, to be fair.
no.
It just shows you can turn her hand to everything, though, but certainly in Mad Max. Mad Max, like you said there, just the way it was shot and the way the scenes were done, and I don't know if you've heard, though, that there was seemingly, after the film was shown, or released, sorry, there was men's rights groups who complained, seemingly were in uproar, seemingly, because how dare this film have such a strong lead female character who takes away almost from the male lead character. You know, that Mad Max at times is almost a secondary thought to Charlize's story.
Did these same feminist rights, did they complain about Terminator and Aliens and all these other kind of sort of feminist kind of...
Oh, I know it's fucking nonsense. I mean, Bagner, I don't know if you heard that though, of course, because you can back your piss there. But we're saying about how Mad Max, you've got these men.
Did Mama Baglin come through and say, "Who's a good boy? Who's a big boy"?
She tickled me under the chin and gave me a biscuit for my good film.
Baglin, is it like when Mama cats try and encourage baby cats to piss, where they lick the bottom until they pedal?
No, she just basically the prostate, massages a prostate, if you know what I mean.
Okay, right. But Baglin, have you seen Mad Max? What do you think about it?
I've actually not seen it yet, but I do really want to see it. But when you talk about obviously female protagonists and females in big roles, what do you think about the news that there's going to be an all-female cast of Ghostbusters?
Oh, see,
no, that's different because that's just kind of like cashing in on the sort of big fat lassie who thinks she's funny because she's fat.
Oh, Melissa McCarthy.
Is that her name? And then there's another one is that her that's Australian?
No, Melissa McCarthy's not Australian.
Well, who's the Australian one that was in that shitty Rock and Marky Mark film?
You're thinking of the fat one in Pitch Perfect?
Yes.
Aye, just because she's fat.
Yeah.
No,
it's not her.
Yeah. No, is she not in it, no?
No, Miss Melissa McCarthy's the fat one who was in most recently Spy.
And Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Yes,
I hate these sort of SNL kind of fucking films that are fueled by these hacks that can't really act and that are barely fucking funny. Really, but it's funny as a poke knife with a shiny stick.
Well, for example, look at Hangover 3. Hangover 1 was brilliant. Hangover 2 was okay. 3 was pretty mediocre because, and not because of Miss McCarthy by any means, but her role in there wasn't that great at all in that film. And again, like you said, and it's not because she's a female comedian by any means, no, because there's a few of them that are funny as fuck. In fact, I believe, Bagman, you're away to see one live shortly, or you have been to see one live.
Oh, that's in August. I'm going to see a female stand-up comedian called Eliza Schlesinger.
Yes, and there are some really funny female comedians, but I mean, Lawrence, how do you feel about this? The Ghostbusters. I mean, 'cause for me, Ghostbusters as a kid was a huge film. Loved it. Was smitten by it. Had it on DVD and VHS and everything else as well and stuff. But how do you feel about this being a kind of all-female cast? Do you think it's going to take away from the film because of the kind of SNL crowd, or what do you think?
It might detract. It might damage the first two. But it's just going to be shit. Not that it's all female, not that it's all female, just because it's those first two are kind of really iconic. The first one especially, and now they have to sort of whore it out and bleed it of its fucking legacy just for a couple of extra dollars, on because of these fucking women who are supposedly a hot fucking commodity, and they're just kind of pish. It's like any film, like that fucking boy was in the Muppet films.
He was also in How I Met Your Mother.
Stupid fucking face, and he was in that sex tape with Carmen Diaz.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Segel?
That's the
Jason
one.
Segel, yeah.
And he's like fucking, like Ricky Gervais is and everything. You're not fucking funny either, Ricky Gervais.
Speaking about seagulls, and I mean, I have to go off track entirely here, but here's a bit of cinematic joy that I'm going to give you all out there to go and check out. Have any of you ever seen, in any of his movies, Steven Seagal running?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He runs weird, like the hand is this.
The hands all kind of flap up here like this as well. For those of you out there at home now listening to the show, to the podcast, or watching on YouTube, go away now and YouTube Steven Seagal running. In fact, Bagman, feel free to do it while we're speaking here and see for yourself. I'm sure there's like a kind of montage of him running, and it's
there's bound to be a supercut of shit like this.
I'm sure
there really is.
Him running. It is the most glorious thing that you've ever seen in your life.
Can it not be played in the Hangout?
Oh, I don't know. Let's have a look. I'm pretty
sure there's an app.
There's
like a YouTube app.
I think there is, pal. I think I'm on it now, or I'm trying to get on it now. Let's see. I'm working away here, fevered away.
See, if there's a YouTube app, I think going back to the Lost World, there's a web series called Honest Trailers, and they've done the Lost World Jurassic Park, and it's just really the voiceover guy hamming everything fucking up to the point where you actually see the shit he's talking about, but it still makes it funny.
Ah. Oh shit! I think have I just knackered the bloody stream here. I think there is. I'm on it now, or I'm trying to do it now. I've maybe fucked it. I'm not sure. Are you
There's a 50-second clip. Steven Seagal runs like a girl.
Right, hold on. This seems to be working on my feed here.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
No idea. Anyway, but listen, folks, if you get a chance,
I'll imagine it's Ace.
imagine it's Ace. But away, folks, and go and check that out on YouTube. You'll find that super cut of him running gold. But yeah, going back to Ghostbusters, I'm kind of concerned because again as a kid I had all the toys, and I even had my own I even had an air pump pressure pad thing that was the ghost trap that opens up, and as a kid toy, the little thing that opens up I guess for the catch the ghosts that they use, and I had one of those. I took the toy figures with the beams. You would twist the back of it, they would spin and stuff, and gold.
If they could do it right.
If they could do it right, it could be a winner. It could be. I mean.
If Egon is in it as a ghost, I'll tip my hat.
Isn't he dead in real
Yes,
life?
he is.
Exactly. If he's in it as a ghost,
Okay.
I'll tip my hat. If they do it right, I'll tip my hat again. But I think they're going to fuck it up, and it's just going to be kind of like really shit Hollywood fucking cash cow bullshit.
I think
Just like the fuck
right.
everything else up.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, I'm hoping though. I mean, like you said there, I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that they knock us at the park. Because, I mean, there's been a few kind of reboots here and there that I've quite enjoyed, surprisingly. I mean, even look at RoboCop. Slagged off by everyone, but I kind of enjoyed it.
It's a good action film.
Yeah, didn't think it was great. It certainly wasn't as iconic as the original film was. I mean, Can You Fly, Bobby? There's just so many things from that film that you still remember to this day. But help me, Bobby, help me. There's so many things, but the new film, I couldn't tell you one bit of dialogue from that film.
The most memorable bit about the film that I know of is the fact that it plays Hocus Pocus by Focus.
Yeah, when they be shooting shit up. It was the bit where they strip him back and he's just a heart and lungs.
Yes, on a hand.
Well, that was fucked up, and it was PG as well. What the fuck?
Unbelievable, yeah, exactly.
Oh fuck. I've been wanting to see Chappie for a while,
So have I, yeah.
but I'm not paying £13 on Blu-ray. I'm sorry.
Well, if you were to get your broadband sorted out, and perhaps,
Oh, Plex.
Plex, yes. I do believe a couple of friendly servers have the old Chappie on it. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I'm pointing no fingers, but I'll lead you in a direction later on, so if you do get involved. But, gentlemen, I think we can maybe wrap things up here. Anything else you want to cover before we go?
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking reboots on the way out, if you noticed.
Oh, haven't? No.
A lot of reboots. Like, somebody was moaning the other day because they're thinking about remaking Scarface. Scarface is a remake.
Is it really?
Scarface was made in 1931. Boris Karloff was in it. I forget the fucking guy's name. Anne Dvorak, she's in it. She would fucking get it back in the day. Fucking lovely. The original Scarface is just a good film.
So, essentially, they're making a remake of a remake.
A remake of a remake, but all these ignorant fucks that are sort of going, oh, they're remaking Scarface. How come it's iconic? Piss. It's a fucking remake.
Ah, right. Okay.
I started
How
watching
long did it last between the original Spider-Man film and the Amazing Spider-Man film?
it for what, like 11 years or something.
10 years, if that. Literally, the only reason why they've remade that film is to keep the license.
But then, from what I can gather, is they're rebooting again. They've already cast a new Spider-Man, seemingly.
Marvel are getting to make the next Spider-Man, from what I heard.
They cast the new Spider-Man because Marvel have actually been allowed by Sony to have Spider-Man in the Captain America Civil War film.
That's right, yes. And seemingly, I think Sony have realised that they just can't seem to get the Spider-Man franchise to work right, And don't get me wrong, I quite enjoyed the last two films. They weren't too bad, but they weren't great. They certainly weren't Avengers quality. They certainly weren't, Captain America, Winter Warrior, quality. These weren't great films. But if they can nail Spider-Man, which I'm sure they can, if they, use that commodity in Civil War, and then hopefully in his own film, which is hopefully is directed by Marvel, but of course produced by Sony. It could be a fucking winner.
The problem
Have you
is,
seen? Sorry, have you
Go,
seen
sir.
the leaked memo from Sony about what their Spider-Man should be, like the rules and regulations for who they should have as a Spider-Man and how he should be portrayed?
I had to hear this, but you far ahead, Batman.
Right, some of the lists of, obviously he should be male, he does not torture, he does not kill unless in defense of self or others, he doesn't use foul language beyond PG-13, whatever, he does not smoke tobacco, he does not sell or distribute illegal drugs, because obviously spider crack, what can you do? He does not have sex before the age of 16.
All right.
He does not have sex with anyone below the age of 16. And he's not a homosexual. I mean, what's wrong with being a homosexual nowadays?
oh hiya,
Hit me, Peter Parker.
I mean, the whole thing about him not being black is, I mean, look at the comic books, for example. You have, of course, Marvel had for a while that Ultimate Universe for a while, where it was well-known characters, but in a whole new setting, or even as whole new people. And of course, you've got a character called Miles Morales who was Spider-Man, in the Ultimate Universe, and he was so popular that they've now, in a kind of crossover event called Secret Wars, they've pulled him now into the regular universe because he's now in the same universe now as, of course, as our regular Peter Parker Spider-Man, But here's a black Spider-Man who has been a fan hit, who's, as quirky as Peter Parker is, who's as quick, intelligent, or blah, blah, and is doing really well. Yet, like you said there, the memo, he can't be homosexual, he can't be black, and why not? Why not have a raving gay? Why not have RuPaul? RuPaul would be a great Spider-Man, I think, to be fair.
Spider drag. Why can't we have spider drag?
Exactly. Yes.
Does the memo also say the next Spider-Man film must be the same fucking story as the first Spider-Man in both films?
Yeah, basically the whole crack is every single Spider-Man origin story has to be exactly the same, where he was bitten by a radioactive spider and he was brought up by his parents, brought up by his uncle and aunt.
And the boy gets fucking shot. See, if I have to see that story again, I'm going to fucking puke blood and possibly re-move in with my mum again.
I was just going to say the same thing. If we do not need another Spider-Man movie.
Let's start it where he's like fucking nearly dead. You know what I want to see? A fucking dark Marvel film where somebody gets fucking killed, where somebody like a proper, where Hulk gets like fucking garroted and killed. Something fucking so dark that you sit and go, holy fuck, because they all seem to be the fucking same now. I'm getting bored of fucking Marvel films. I'm sorry, I've got to say it. I watched the fucking Winter Soldier. How many fucking Captain America films need to end on a fucking spaceship? Is that all the cunt can do, is fight in a fucking spaceship? What is wrong with him? Why is he always going to get his fucking arse thrown off the fucking spaceship and off and it's crashing? Why is he was crashing Captain America? Get killed or something, please.
Worryingly, I was going to say something about that, but then I just realised that the actual latest Avengers movies ended with all the fucking all the people being taken out on the helicarrier. So,
Did you not enjoy Winter Warrior and Lurchy Purgy?
No, because they all kind of follow the same. They're still following this sort of same kind of fucking routine. None of them are sort of straying from the mold, if it will.
Okay.
Like Ant-Man is going to be the fucking same. I can just feel it in my fucking blood. It's going to be the same. How about somebody gets fucking killed that you don't expect to get killed in the first 5 seconds, and then maybe I'll go, holy fuck. Like 006 was forever getting killed in James Bond. That was always a good way to start a James Bond film. Right, let's fucking kill. How about fucking the Black Widow? How about she gets like fucking like Hulk fucking rapes her to death? How's that for an intro?
No.
There you go. That's a fucking intro for a film there that I will watch. And fucking Iron Man goes nuts and tries to kill Hulk. But fucking Hulk fucks somebody else. He fucks Thor up. He rips his fucking stupid blonde hair out the back. Make him violent. Make them 18. Make the original fucking Punisher with Thomas Jane and John Travolta. I thought it was fucking ace.
Yeah.
Because it was dark. It was a lot of violence. It was dark.
Have you ever seen the kind of the short movie that was made? I think by a
but a laundry one, the dirty laundry. Fucking ace.
Yeah, again, really well. And again, it was a kind of, this was almost like a promo video saying, like, give him back this role, because he fucking nailed it. And that laundry video, again, I don't know if you saw that at all, but it was it's on YouTube. It's I'm sure if you search for like Punisher laundry, Thomas Jane reprises the role and it's fucking so well done. It's really impressive.
Ron Perlman's in it as well. It's just that's my favorite Marvel film, The Punisher.
Okay, right.
It's because it's dark. It's like an action film. It's what it should be. Fair enough, you've got to have the kiddie element, but look at the 80s. Kids were wearing like fucking Jason Voorhees fucking Halloween costumes and fucking Freddy Krueger. That shit was 18. Those kids never seen it, but it's the fucking merchandise still sold. So fucking make it for us. Then the kiddies will want to see it too because it's an 18.
True. I like the way you think.
Marketing genius. Even though I live with my mom.
I think we need to get in touch with Sam Lee and give him all of Rich's ideas.
Oh, he's fucked though, is he? He'll be dead soon.
For fuck's sake, don't say that.
That's why you need to strike while the iron's hot so you can take over the Empire.
Listen, Sam, babes, I'm a fucking baron. Go just sign this bit of paper here, okay? It just says that I now control fucking Marvel, and we're gonna make shit dark, and and we're just gonna fuck everything up, and people are gonna die. And Robert Downey Jr., he gets him a fucking nerves as well.
We're just gonna fuck everything up. That's the best fucking, best pitch for a Marvel movie ever in my life.
Oh, they'll be fucking eating up my hand, boys. When I say, look, here's some biscuits that my mum made. Now can we nip on because I've got to be home soon. I'm not allowed to stay on this side of the road until after fucking 7:30. So,
gentlemen, on that note, I think we're going to call it a night, and we're going to go out to the sound of the song "You Can Be a Garbage Pail Kid" from the Garbage Pail Kids movie, which is wonderful.
No, Lurch has got to hang himself, for fuck's sake. Don't repress his memories anymore. Fuck me.
Folks, of course, thank you for being part of this episode of Act 5 of... Is it Act 5 now? Act 5 of The Vampire Sausage.
1 a month. We're averaging 1 a month, sexy pals.
So far, hopefully we will be recording more very shortly, of course. We'll try to get a bit more of a regular schedule. Bagden, thank you for being part of the show tonight as well, of course.
You're more than welcome. Hopefully next time we'll actually talk about proper fucking games.
Yes, we will be.
Mummy Baglin as well for being part of the show. Special guest.
I'll make the most of that, because once I move out, that's never fucking happening again.
For those of you who are regular Vamp listeners, of course, we do apologise slightly for the kind of obtuse recording tonight, but, you know...
No, we don't. We fucking don't.
We never apologise for anything.
It could be a classic. Folks, thank you very much. We will catch you all later on the flip side. Enjoy some Garbage Pail Kids, and toodaloo for new.
Tatty bye.
Stay sexy, pals.
You can be a garbage pail kid.
I'm at Joe myself with a toaster. Fuck this shit.
Don't do it, Lurch. Fuck's sake.
Oh dear, right. Stop broadcast. There we go.